soy rara, te lo acepto, estoy loca, tengo mis defectos, perdida, corro de abajo arriba, aún no sé fijar la medida, lento, voy retrocediendo y cuento el tiempo que no vi siendo un ciego, voy cayendo cada mañana, lo siento desde la madrugada, en el campo esto es una batalla, pero no se me acaban las balas.
I got what you want, I promise. I'm not gonna front, I promise, though, let's go. I got what they can't unlock, and I rock with you when I drop it, though, let's go. I got something they can't knock it, I got something they can't top it, though, let's go. We love it, but that's the folks. I'ma keep it 300, we extra, though, let's go. Can't be stopped, gotta get out the box. Can't be stopped, better get out the way. Can't be stopped, gotta get out the box. Can't be stopped, better get out the way. Get out the way, get out the way. What you want, I promise. I'm not gonna front, I promise, though, let's go.
Hello and welcome to the official Forza Horizon 5 launch show. I'm Charlie and today we are celebrating Horizon Festival's arrival in Mexico with 3 hours, yes, 3 hours of gameplay giveaways, special guests and maybe a little bit more. Early access for Forza Horizon 5 kicked off yesterday, so you can play the game right now with the premium add-on bundles on Xbox Game Pass or wait patiently until it becomes available for everyone else on Game Pass on November 9th. And yes, you may have picked it up, I did mention there's going to be some giveaways. So join us in the Forza Twitch chat right now for a chance to win items every 15 minutes throughout the entire show, from free premium edition game codes to the sleek Forza Horizon 5 limited edition controller, swag, and even one of these cute little pinatas that we've been seeing throughout the game so far, which will be part of the grand prize bundle we'll award to one very lucky winner right at the end of the show. So stick around for that, okay? But that's enough of the chit chat. We are indeed here to play as much as some of you guys are as well. And members of the Turn 10 Studios team are standing by to take us on our very first adventure. So it's my pleasure to introduce, starting off the stream today, we have Aubrey, Community Director, and Lewis, the Software Engineer Lead. Hello, folks. How are you both doing?
Hey, how's it going? Super excited to be here.
Hi, Charlie. How are you doing?
I am so good. It's wonderful to speak to you both. And I have a feeling this smile isn't going to disappear from my face the entire day. I cannot imagine how you're both feeling today. What's it like to be releasing Forza Horizon 5?
Well, it's really amazing to have everybody finally playing the game. We've been waiting so long. It's awesome to jump into the game and see our community in there and to drive up to people and sound the horn at them and say hi and play with people. So we're all super happy.
Yeah, and for me, I mean, I'll echo everything that Aubrey just said, but also as a Mexican, this is like such a special feeling, you know, being part of this effort, part of this team, and at the same time, seeing all the joy that players around the world, not only in Mexico and Latin America, but around the world, all the blast they're having playing this game is such a special feeling. It's like perfect day.
I can't imagine what that must be like. I was going to bring up the fact, actually, Luis, you say that you are Mexican. For folks like myself who have never been to Mexico, this must be really exciting for you to sort of share your world with everyone in such an authentic way, even though it's flying past you 200 miles per hour out the window, right? That must be a pretty cool feeling.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, I think the last hour or so when Aubrey and I have been preparing, I've just been telling, oh yeah, that's kind of like where I grew up, and that's kind of where I went to school, and you know, some friends live over there, and it's just amazing to be able to communicate to these emotions to so many people, and really it is an authentic piece. It is. You know, I haven't been to Mexico in over 2 years. But every time I boot up the game, you know, I feel like I'm there, and I hope it's going to be a similar feeling to everyone.
Oh, I'm certain it will. Now, we're going to crack on. We're going to have some gameplay, but chat, you guys are going to help us decide this first bit, okay? There's going to be polls throughout the stream over the next few hours. So while we're settling into the game, we'll have a little bit of a free roam and figure out, if there's anything you guys want to show me, Aubrey and Luis. But chat, what do you want to see first? You're going to see a poll in chat at some point, and your options will be barn find, PR stunts, smash some boards, or sightsee. So let us know. Poll is live right now. Let us know what you want to see us do. But I'm going to hand over to you guys first. Is there anything in particular you do want to show us, or is there a magical moment that you want to talk to us about first?
I will kind of leave it up to the community. I mean, honestly, there's some amazing PR stunts in this game, amazing tracks. So whatever you guys want to see, I'm down for.
I think my favorite one that I've done so far, it was one of the, I know obviously I've mentioned this in the poll, so it's completely separate, but we might see it later. I did an exhibition, sorry to say, last night, and it was like driving around an airport hangar trying to collect boxes, and there was just something really fun and like parkour and jungle about climbing on all the elements, and I think that feeling is just echoed across all gameplay elements I've personally seen so far anyway.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, it sounds like sightsee is what we picked.
Sightsee, exactly. So that's sort of an open-ended brief, really. So what do you want to go sightsee? Is there any elements to you that go like, oh, we need to go have a look at this on the map? We absolutely have to start the Horizon.
I think it would be really cool for Luis to tell us his stories about his family.
Yeah, actually,
should we go back
to actually, no, let's go south. I want to show something. Like, there's something like that really, and go a little bit west, just past the waterfalls.
You want to drive?
Oh, sure, I'll drive.
No, do it.
I know where I'm going.
Taking the wheel.
Awesome.
Yeah, and this is something that I think we saw in the initial drive, but it just like absolutely. To me, it was just like. By the way, I'm not going to stay on the road.
Oh, I know, totally.
No,
because
you do that at the beginning to collect all the roads to unlock them all. Then after that, it's purely cross country.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, it's a nice car for cross country, right? So,
yes.
But yeah, I think the initial drive is actually goes through this area, and it looks beautiful from the start, right? Like everything, right? The first segment in the volcano, and then I think the third segment is the jungle. The waterfalls over here, I used to go there, the Cascadas de Agua Azul, all the time when I was a kid. And so that was very special, just seeing those waterfalls over there. I don't drive like this when I go there, by the way. I promise.
Just put that out there.
Yeah. But then the part that I want to show you is a little bit further after the waterfalls, and it really is. It was such a special moment because it's a little bit. It's a tiny town in the middle of nowhere, pretty much literally in the middle of nowhere. And I visited lots of little towns like that in the north of Chiapas, where I grew up, the representation is great, but what really like elevated that is like there's a little church that's not just there because I guess every town in Mexico has a little church or chapel or something, right? But it was actually placed at the highest point in town, with a dirt road and crappy steps to go up there, which is exactly how they are in the little towns, right? Like that's the Mexican tradition, right?
Wow.
You build those places of worship at the highest possible point, so they can be seen from far away. So I think I'm 1.7 miles. So I'm on a cross country again, so I can get there a little bit faster. Except
Tree's got other ideas about that.
Yeah, trees will like kind of mess up with my plans, right? But yeah, and this part, I was actually sharing some pictures with the studio just yesterday, and I sent them pictures of Agua Azul, and they're like almost indistinguishable from the game, which I mean it's you can tell I'm emotional, and I played these a bunch of times, right? And it's still special, like this, the color of the dirt, the the thickness of the jungle. It's home. It really is home. Okay, so I got to the little town, and yeah, this is. Oh, by the way, I have to now. I have to reverse a little bit and show you the art, right?
Oh,
Some of the
absolutely.
murals that we
Oh,
have.
there's Mural.
Yeah, yeah.
Cool.
Ooh, you can tell I've been playing a lot on the wheel, and so I forgot how to play on the controller. But yeah, and yeah, and the specific spot I want to show you is right here. Yeah, so you can see that's what I was telling you. Little church, little town in the middle of nowhere.
Wow.
You have to find a way to put it higher than anything else, because that's what Mexican tradition tells you.
That's
Even if it's a
awesome.
dirt road, even if it's just crappy, concrete or wooden steps to get there.
Wow.
Whoa! Oops!
It
Come
makes
on,
it a
you can
great
fix
place to
yourself.
jump off
There
of
you
as well.
yeah, and so that was a very special moment, and that was in the first 3 minutes of the game. And there's lots of other little things all over the place. But I think maybe Aubrey wants to take
Yeah.
over and do some more sightseeing.
Cool.
Where are you taking us then, Aubrey? What are we looking at?
Yeah, let's take a look at the map and see what looks good. I mean, everything is good.
I mean, that's sort of the frustrating thing here is you're like, oh, let's see if I can find one specific thing that's really good. Oh no, the entire map, all of
everything
this
is
massive
awesome.
map
Yeah,
is
yeah,
stunning.
absolutely.
How do I pick one thing?
I have a soft spot for the airstrip, so I think we're gonna go out there for a little bit.
Nice.
I can set let's see. There's a danger sign that I absolutely love at the end of this airstrip, and this is absolutely not the car for that. But we're gonna drive out there. Oh, so this is Luis, I don't know if you can tell us about this, but this is a really cool piece of trivia on the Mulegé arch here. There's an actual, this is an actual poem. Is it a poem? In Spanish.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yes.
This actually exists there in real life about
wow.
the history of Mulegé, something like that, which is really cool.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, and I'm actually not super familiar with Mulegé and,
Yeah.
and the history behind that town. I know it's a very important place. It's in the completely opposite end of Mexico from where I grew up, so
Yeah,
I am sadly unfamiliar with all the
Yeah,
details. Yeah.
It's really cool though that they have that in there.
Yeah.
It's such an authentic thing, to represent what's there in real life.
I've also, by the way, just been told we have the very first winner of the stream. Now, reminder that I'm going to be announcing a winner every 15 minutes throughout the show, so buckle in, everyone. The first winner today, who is going to be winning a Forza Horizon 5 Premium Edition code, what a day to win that, is Kinkudom in chat, so keep your eyes on your DMs. That code will be coming over to you very, very soon, but well done, winner number 1.
Congratulations, yay!
So I think at this point, to be honest with you guys, I'm gonna sort of sit back with chat. I'm gonna hand it over to you guys. Take us on a little bit of a sight tour. I'm fascinated by the stories that you've got. If there's any development things as well, you guys have deeply involved. A software engineer, you got community director. I want you guys to just blab on and tell me absolutely everything you've got, please. Okay?
Yeah, sure. Shout out to everybody in chat. It's going really fast, but I love to see everybody there. That's super awesome. This is one of my favorite places in this whole map. I love this airstrip. There's so many cool, hidden fast travel signs and XP boards here. Some of my favorite ones, the team put them on the end of the tips of planes. It looks like whoever was playing this before me already got a bunch of them. But yeah, this is awesome. Actually, I was gonna do that danger sign. I'm not gonna do it with this car. Let's change cars.
Yeah.
Is that cool? Does that work? What do we want to do?
That looks fast.
That does look fast. That looks fast too. I kind of have a soft spot for BMWs, so maybe we'll do this. Yeah, this airstrip is amazing.
Ooh,
Luis, do you have a favorite part of the game?
Favorite part of the game? I think the two favorite ones for me are where we just were, the jungle area. It really feels like home. The other one is I think the volcano. I keep going back to the volcano
cool.
over
Yeah.
and over. Just the the fun road. Sometimes I take the road. Sometimes I try to go on a straight line.
Yeah.
I don't think I've been able to climb to the very top on a straight line. I probably need to try a few other cars. It is very steep.
Yeah.
It is very and the the views from up there are just beautiful. And the observatory, I don't know what's the term in English, telescope, observatory, the giant dish thing that's up there. That's also a real thing.
That's awesome.
That's the.
I failed.
I'm sorry, I'm distracting you.
Bad landing. Bad landing.
Yeah, it's I think it's based on the telescopio milimétrico del Pico de Orizaba. Pico de Orizaba is it's a big volcano in Mexico, in between the states of Puebla and Veracruz, and it just looks beautiful. And again, like just the fact that
I went really far though.
Yeah,
like you have to say.
Yeah, I mean, rewinding is the best invention since sliced bread, right?
It is for real. I love it.
So yeah, so I think the volcano is just so much fun to take 10 minutes to climb up the volcano and 10 seconds to climb down.
Yeah. So I joined Turn 10 a year ago. Actually, it'll be a year on Monday. And I remember the first time that I heard about this game, and I heard that there was a volcano in it. And I was like, volcano? Yes, sold. I thought that was the coolest thing ever.
Yeah, and I think I mean the team at Playground obviously they've already talked about all the effort put into the authenticity, but
yeah,
I lived a little bit through that as well, as I've been providing input here and there, and I feel the input has been heard, but more beyond that, apart from my role as a software engineering lead over in Turn 10,
yeah,
I'm also a lead in one of the Gaming for Everyone communities here in Xbox. That's Gaming for Everyone basically focuses on building diversity in the team, so we can use that diversity in inclusion aspects into building more and more global products, very appealing to everyone and very also respectful of the local traditions, like Forza Horizon 5, right?
And speaking of local traditions, you also helped us and you advised us on a livery that we just released in the game for Dia de Muertos. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the type of contribution that I think the team in general, the Latinx Team Xbox Latinx team has been doing, not only for Horizon, but for many other roles. But yeah, that livery, we try to stay away from overdoing the skulls and stuff like the James Bond parade with the Dia de Muertos, and go more for the origin of the Dia de Muertos storylines, like the flowers and the hummingbird legend, which is what Dia de Muertos is basically the Aztec portion of Dia de Muertos is based on.
That's lovely. That's such a wonderful thing to make sure is like accurately presented throughout. In fact, talking of which, we are going to be having a very special guest joining us soon. So I don't know if you guys want to make your way over to the Horizon Wilds Jungle Expedition. And we're gonna have a crack on with that because we have a very special guest. We're gonna have Sotomayor joining us very, very soon, which if you watch any of our previous Let's Go streams, is actually a couple of very talented individuals who created music within the game. So yeah, very excited to be talking to them soon. I love that you fast traveled, by the way. I won't lie to you. I cannot believe you've just fast traveled. I have driven everywhere so far because I don't want to miss an inch of it.
Fast travel is helpful, especially with a map this big.
That is true. That is true, especially when you need to get somewhere quite quickly. But yeah, if we want to open that up, shall we see if we can talk to our guests now? Should we bring Sotomayor in? Wonderful. Hello, both. How are you? Joining me here, Sotomayor, as I said, we've got Paulina and Raul. How are you both?
Very good. Thank you so much for having us here.
You're more than welcome.
Awesome to be part of the premiere.
Yeah, absolutely. God, Premiere. I love describing it as that. Brilliant. I suppose talking of Premiere, I would love to know what it was like for you guys to hear about the project Forza Horizon 5 and how excited you were to get involved with it. Was this the first game you've ever worked on as well?
Yeah, this is the first time that we make music for a game. I'll
Hmm.
say that it was part of like our bucket list to just have music in a game, because
Yeah.
at least on my side, I'll say that I'm some sort of a gamer. I'm not a good one, but
Doesn't matter. Gamer's a
I
gamer.
try. Yeah. And the thing is that everything around game developments is so secretive.
Hmm.
So we didn't knew exactly what we were doing until we were already like working on the game. Like there was like a code game. We didn't really knew that it was for this game specifically.
Interesting.
But but it's awesome. Just doing something like this was awesome. And I think as you've been saying in the live stream, the most interesting thing for us was that the game is happening in Mexico,
Hmm.
and
Absolutely.
Mexico is such a big place, and it's so different depending on where you are. And I'll say that it's just a beautiful place to look at. So
Oh, absolutely.
this
Yeah. So,
this
I mean,
game is just
I'm
like so
curious what it's like.
contemplative.
Yeah, I wonder what it's like to be part of a game that takes place there as well. So not just to be a musician and, as you say, having your bucket list crossed off that you've now got a song in a game, but to be siblings from Mexico making Mexican music in this game as well. That must be such a phenomenal feeling.
Totally. For us, this was like such an amazing adventure. Also, I saw that everything that you made during the elaboration of this was like to take a lot of pictures and a lot of videos of the sky. And also I guess that for Sotomayor and also for Mexicans, it's beautiful to do stuff that has this relationship between the
Hmm.
nature and also adventure. So I guess that for us was like something that it's connected with us and with our music and our project. So it was really beautiful.
Yeah. So I'm curious, with all of those things in mind, the skills that you've used so far when it comes to music creation, what was the process like of writing a 6-minute track for the game?
Mm, I think the hardest was that, as we saw in the gameplay before, that sometimes people just stops to to look at things.
Yes,
So
totally.
maybe a path that will normally took you a minute can take 3 minutes.
Hmm.
So we made a song that happens in at a specific part of the game that is divided like in three parts. So
Hmm.
we had to make like three songs, and each song need to be like, for the developers, it needed to be like a loopable track so
Yeah,
that it can
absolutely.
repeat, but then you can transition to another part. So it's kind of tricky to get there and
Yeah.
to get the same emotion throughout 6 minutes of music.
Hmm.
But I think I think the result is something really interesting, because each part has like a different energy, because you are experiencing different things throughout the
Yeah.
game. Like there's an exploration part, but then there's like a part that is more contemplative.
Hmm.
So there's different vibes in each of the sections. Like
Yeah. And
the
were you
first session
handed the
has
footage
vocals.
for that? Were you handed the footage and then you made the music that was inspired by what you saw in the game?
Yeah, but we got the footage once we already had like a couple of tracks made,
Okay.
because this secretive part of the game
Uh-huh.
development. So at first we didn't really knew what we were doing, because the code name was like Jungle Expedition. So we didn't really knew what the game was or or anything. So we tried to make music that had like a jungle flavor to
But
it.
Yeah.
But then once we got the game, it was clear, and we were able to just work and
Yeah.
make a track that made sense with the game.
Yeah. Absolutely. And I also hear you collaborated with some additional percussionists. I can say that word properly, I promise. Percussionists, there we go, to record some of the track. So you can tell us a little bit about the collaborations that you went through?
yeah, he's a guy from Venezuela that is living right now in Mexico. His name is Orestes Gomez, and he's one of the best percussionists and drummers that are right now in Mexico. And I guess that he has like this Afro flavor that we needed for this track. And he has been also working with us in all the live sets that we are making also. And for us was like really amazing that we can do a lot of stuff with him, and it's great how he works and how he connects also with our ideas. So yeah, it was like pretty amazing.
That's wonderful. So the
Yeah,
track
I think.
itself. Oh no, sorry. Go on, Raul.
Yeah, no, that the track has like not just. It sounds like global because we understand that this game is gonna be played all around the world, and it's kind of the same with the music we make. We want to have like a global sound that it can be understood in all the Afro Latin world. So Orestes, the percussionist, and the percussion itself on the track help us to transmit that idea of how diverse music is in Latin America.
Lovely. Well, before I ask the next question, I've just been told I do have the next winner. So we're doing giveaways every 15 minutes on the stream. And this person, the next winner, has won the Forza Horizon 5 limited edition controller, which is very, very exciting. So congratulations to Neo Poland Official. Well done to you. Stick around, everyone else. There'll be another giveaway in 15 minutes. Lord knows it might be another controller. But back to you guys. My next thing I wanted to ask was about the song itself. So it's called Fever, and I know you spoke a bit about the influences in there of the jungle, but also sort of the global vibes you wanted to make sure were felt throughout. Was there anything else that you were contemplating when it came to making the song that you really wanted to have in there?
Well,
Yeah,
I
well, no, go ahead.
sorry, I guess in the idea of the lyrics and also about the fever, it's like the thing that is related is the energy of the people. And when we get like all the brief about this song, was like, okay, we want to have like a connection between the nature and also the adventure, and how like people can get this energy and to be like super global, like for all kind of people. Like if maybe it's the game is for a kid, or maybe for someone that is an adult, can be like really connected with this kind of lyrics, and also with all the team. So I guess that for us was like cool to have this on paper and see how can it work with the vibe of all the video game.
Absolutely. Raul, was there something you wanted to say on that as well?
No, it's just the lag of the transmission.
Wonderful. I also want to know then what it's like to work with Playground Games and Microsoft to put a song into a video game. I think that's something that you guys are probably the only people on stream right now and in Twitch chat who have ever done that. So I'm really curious about how that process happened. How were you approached to do this?
Well, we just received like an email one day, and and this
Simple as
happens.
that.
It's so crazy that the world works like that now. And like at first we didn't really knew why it was happening until we knew that the game has had this Mexican element to it, and then it made sense to us, because I think we are one of those bands that from Mexico that are exploring like their heritage, their Latin heritage through music. So it just made a lot of sense for us to be part of something like this, taking aside of our geek
Yeah.
geek
I mean,
interest
actually,
in video
let's
games and technology.
unpack
And
that. You did say that you're a bit of a gamer yourself. I don't know if the both of you are fully gamers. And I would love to know if you are. But had you ever heard of Forza Horizon before you figured out what the code word was and the game you were producing the music for?
yeah, but the thing is that Forza has changed a lot. This game is totally different to the games that I've played before, because there are a lot of things that you can do now, like how the multiplayer works and how it's much more contemplative. You can just go and explore, and it fuses like dynamics from some other games to make something very unique. Like when this game started, it used to be just a racing game, and now it's
Absolutely.
much more than that.
Huge.
And it's really interesting how games are changing, and how important games are now in our lives, because I see this game as something that you can pick up and just relax, after work or
Yeah.
after school, or more than a game where you need to achieve a goal. I don't know if I'm explaining this right, but it changes the dynamic of what the game is, and it's very interesting to me because this game wasn't this, and it's very well integrated into something really unique.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And it's been so lovely to speak to you both. And I think your passion and your authenticity really shines throughout the music in that particular segment that we saw in the background. So thank you, Paulina and Raul, for joining us today. I cannot wait for the rest of the world who haven't played it yet to hear your track in the game when it fully releases on November 9th. But thanks again for joining me today.
Thank you so much.
No, thank you.
Bye. Right, so now we're back over to you, Aubrey and Luis, in the studio. You played that very well, by the way. It must be very intimidating to know that Twitch is watching you while the artists of the song are talking at the same time, but I think you did wonderfully.
Thank you. We definitely played as a team, especially with some of those treasure chests that needed. There's some really tricky ones in there.
There
that
really
very
are,
cleverly
yeah.
placed. Yeah.
It's the
Yeah,
parkour
and
elements.
I was.
Yeah.
Oh, look! I found something. Apparently.
What have we found?
Very nice.
Oh, interesting. Well, that was one of the options in the first poll we had that chat didn't select. So interestingly, we have this here, and I'll use this as a segue to say that we will do another poll in chat now to see what you guys would like to see us do next. Your options are as follows: road, dirt, or cross country. I am indeed talking about race types. So which one would you like to see us do? Aubrey, Luis, do you have any personal preferences towards race types in the game?
How about you? I do, but you can go first.
I do too. I actually am very much into road racing, especially circuits. So, yeah.
Awesome. I'm definitely more of a cross-country person. I kind of love that. So those are my favorite. Yeah. I did a dirt race yesterday and was absolutely terrible at it. But I find that while I'm good at the road races, my preference is cross-country. It sounds like road won, so yeah. So here we go. It's your choice, my friend.
Oh, road. Okay.
Let's take a look at the map and let's pick one. We have to set the filters. Yep. There we go.
Let's see. What's
Did we? I don't think we. Oh, there's one.
You go. Okay.
There we go. I was just about to say if we unlocked one.
You have one.
Oh no.
I wanna cheat again in fast travel.
Oh god, only because it's you, Luis. I'll let you do it. Do it. In the interest of time, it makes sense. But yes, road has won. So which road race are we going to be heading towards?
I think
Horizon Mexico Circuit. That's a good one. Yeah. That's a really, really good one.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's one of the first ones that you unlock when you start the game. So those of you who have just started to play, this is probably one of the first road events that you'll do. Definitely a great introduction to the game.
And there's nothing like a road race in Horizon as well. I mean, there's sort of a staple for me of the genre. I know a lot of the fun elements do come from bombing it cross country on a sprint or something like that, but mastering those circuits, especially when you're trying to figure out the correct car or the correct tire type on the surface that you're on as well, there's definitely an art to it, isn't that right?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you definitely have to learn how to adapt your driving style for even like different cars. Like one of the things I notice is even just adapting to the braking line. There's definitely different ways of being successful. So
Yeah.
just want to give a quick shout out to the chat. It's going by super fast. It's good to see you all here. Thanks for joining us.
We see you,
Luis
chat.
is on his way to start the Horizon Mexico circuit, which is one of the first circuits that you'll come across when you jump into the game. So let's jump in here.
Oh,
Hey, Panamar.
yeah, I went a little too far. There you go. And
Chat, is there anyone here who's actually done this, by the way? Hands up in chat if you've done this circuit already, because I have a feeling that many of you are big Forza Horizon 5 fans that may have got the early access. So let me know if you've played this one already. Yeah, there you are. Loads of people have. Very nice.
And let's see how I do. I haven't played much with the controller, as I was saying earlier, so...
I believe in you. I believe in you.
Let's do this.
I find that such an interesting thing, by the way, Luis, that you say you've not played so much with the controller, because I know that's another element that folks are really keen to get involved with on the wheel. So I don't know if you want to speak a little bit about your experiences that you've spent playing Forza Horizon 5 with a wheel.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's been great. It's been absolutely great. I've been playing a lot of, I play a lot of Motorsport and Horizon 4 as well. And I think really the tuning, the work that the team has done to get the experience, to be both realistic as well as accessible for a new driver. I'm relatively new to racing games. Like I've been playing racing games for maybe a couple years max, and I've only had the racing setup for maybe a little over a year. And it's just a blast, and it's never frustrating, and it's never like discouraging. It's always very inviting to to try more, do more, hit the apex in the right spot, shift the gear at the perfect moment, and it's just fun. It's just fun, and that fun is why I haven't touched a controller much until I think when I found out I was doing this stream, and I'm like, yeah, I should probably practice my my controller driving.
If it makes you feel any better, I'm the total opposite, where I've done everything on controller because I've wanted to master the game on the controller first, and then I feel like once I've got that done, then wheel is kind of where things escalate from here.
Yeah,
so, I do love the idea of Luis turning up to the studio today with all of his wheels and his pedals, and then someone goes, "No, Luis, you're on a controller today. Put those down."
I actually asked if I could bring my chair, because it's actually a pretty nice chair. It's foldable.
Oh, wow.
I can actually kind of put it in a little corner, and then nobody notices until
it's amazing that you can
did I miss the checkpoint?
that.
Did they give it to me? Oh, I think I got the checkpoint. Okay.
I think you were lucky. I think you just clipped it.
Yes. Yeah. But yeah, and I love that experience. The controller is also a great experience, I have to say. I think it's better than on the previous games, because at some point I just couldn't do anything in controller. And I know I'm in last place right now. I'm sorry if you expected to see a wonderful win. But yeah, I think even the controller feels great. Like, I mean, we were talking a lot about the authenticity on the cultural aspect, but I think just the technical, the technical mastery that Playground has on both the visuals and the gameplay is just like shining here.
Somebody in chat said I crash when looking at the scenery. I do too, man.
This is the most relatable thing I've ever heard.
Totally relatable.
Yeah.
Although this is
relatable
something
comment.
I've spoke about with Forza for so long, and like, I mean, Luis, I don't think you need to apologize for being in last place, because there is no shame in it. And one of the things I love the most about the Horizon series is it doesn't matter where you place, and you can challenge yourself, you can up your difficulty and your accessibility levels to find the vibe that you want, if you want to be challenged or not. And regardless of what position you are, you still get XP, you still unlock more things when you come out the other side. And now in Forza Horizon 5, you can get accolades for doing it as well. So you're constantly rewarded just for taking part. And I think that's a really lovely thing, especially if there are new folks joining the Horizon games for this title, you know?
Yeah, that's absolutely true. I mean, just the joy of driving, I guess, you know, drive how you like, drive what you like, and you know, the game will encourage you to keep going and reward you for that.
That's actually one of the things I love about this game is even if you come in last place, it's still so fun. Like no matter what place you come in, you can still have a good time.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
and
like the cinematics at the end of the race make you feel like a winner all the time.
Yep.
Exactly. Always. It doesn't matter whether you're on the podium or not. You still smashed it and you crossed the finish line. So, Aubrey, I think it's your turn now, and we're going to ask chat to do another race hype. So, do you guys want to see a road race? Do you want to see a dirt race? Or, Aubrey's already mentioned she likes a cross-country race. So there is a poll in chat right now. I'm going to vote cross-country for you. Okay, I've put my vote in. Let's see what chat think, though. The power is in your hands. Which would be the cross-country one we have unlocked at the moment?
Cross-country. Let's see. I have a favorite cross-country. It's this one down at the airfield. Again, it's like my favorite part of the game. So,
oh, I've already mapped it out. I love it.
Oh yeah, that's fun.
Come on,
that
guys.
Cross-country.
And I mean, there's a pretty solid favor for it at the moment.
Yay.
Yeah, there you go. 61%. Off you go, Aubrey. Yay. You've won.
Cool. We did it. All right.
Chat, you're so kind. Thank you so much.
Thank you, chat. Thank you, chat.
As a reward, we'll do another giveaway soon as well. How exciting is that?
Awesome.
So, talk us through a little bit, Aubrey. Why is this the one that you like so much? Like, is it one you've played before? Is it one you think you're particularly good at?
Yeah, it's one of the first tracks that you unlock after you go through kind of the initial drive, and so I've played it about 1,000 times. That doesn't mean I'm going to do good in this next race, so just like fair warning, like spoiler alert. But I've done it about 1,000 times. Again, I really, really like the airstrip. It's one of my favorite parts of Mexico in this game, and I don't know, it's just super fun. I'm a big fan. So we're going to do this.
Okay. Well, while we're getting there, just before we do it, I believe we do have a special guest from Turn 10 who wants to say hi before we get this race going. So, special guest, are you there? Oh, okay. I think they're on the way. We're just gonna keep watching this. Don't worry, special guest is on the way. I'm trying to amp this much as possible, okay? It's live, it's exciting. I'm building tension. Chat, who do we think it is? I can see all of you very excited by the idea that there's a special guest. So, who could it be? Aubrey, Luis, do you have any ideas who our guest might be?
He is our
welcome,
Alan.
I think you do know. Hey, Alan.
Hey, everybody having a good time? I hope.
Absolutely.
We're having a good time.
We're only 50 minutes into it and we're having a wonderful time.
I wish we could detach the camera and run into the other room, because in the team space here at Turn 10, we are about to pop champagne and celebrate. We have more people in the studio than about 20 months, I'd say.
Yay.
Have you been out there recently? No, you've been here.
You've been in here, so we have no idea what's out there.
Wait till you see it. It is, wow. Just awed by the reception to the game, the excitement of the community. I will admit, I'm a little sleep deprived.
Same.
I don't like it when reviews release at midnight, because then you stay up and then you read the reviews, and then the game started releasing.
Yeah.
First region, Easter Island. No, Christmas Island. 3
Yes.
a.m. So there was no sleep.
Yeah.
There was no sleep, but it was all good sleep deprivation.
Yeah, it was pretty wild to be up at midnight waiting for the reviews, and then just a few hours, and then like you sleep for 2 hours, and then a few hours later, you have the first regions going live, and we would celebrate every time another region would go live. So it was super super fun to be with everybody, and I can't wait to go out of this room and see all the people in person. Very exciting.
That's going to be so emotional.
Yeah, very.
Do you have any big plans for the weekend now that it's out?
Well, I'm going to sleep.
Yes.
Excellent. First priority. Love it.
Yeah, I think, one of the benefits of working on the game is I've played the game a lot as well. So I don't feel like, oh my gosh, I have my copy. I need to play the game right away. So I'm going to keep listening to the community, reading the reviews, watching the streams. I mean, there's no greater joy really for game creators than getting to see the fans' reactions, getting to watch people enjoying the game, hearing the excitement that for us has been building for 3 years, right?
It builds up to this moment,
that's gone into it. Yeah. So more watching than playing.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Oh, I love jumping into people's games, and ironically, I'm racing against my own gamer tag right now. Like it's right in front of me.
What's up? Come on.
Yeah, I mean, I'm actually beating myself. Like maybe. But anyway, I will definitely be playing all weekend, jumping into people's games and saying hi, and really looking forward to getting some multiplayer in with people outside the studio. Not that there's anything wrong with people in the studio. It's just our fans are they're here now, and it's so exciting to be with them.
There are so many people playing right now too.
Yes.
The other thing we do is just keep one eye always on the telemetry, all the way down to like, hey, are we having any crashes? Are people having any troubles unlocking the game that shouldn't be? All that is just the thing we'll be watching all through the weekend, through the first week, etc. But today is about playing, enjoying, celebrating champagne, and
cheers to that.
We have our official copies of the game, which everyone's going to go around and sign today. So that will be great fun around the studio as well. And this will, unfortunately, this disc will never be played. It will just go on my shelf. But we have many other ways of playing the game. So.
Well, that's
lovely.
Really awesome.
Well,
Go ahead.
I think we've got time for one more race. So I don't know, Alan, if you've got a particular race you want to see us go through on stream. If you've got any favorites.
I love dirt racing. I love cross country races. I love dirt races. So.
Cool.
Should we see if we can find one of those then, Aubrey? Let's do it. And while we're finding one, I can announce the next winner as well. So the third winner of the stream, because we do not stop here. The winner now is going to be getting a swag package as well as Game Pass Premium. And they are going to be getting
so close.
I don't know what's going on. The winner of the giveaway, though, is Mystical Departure. So well done to you, Mystical Departure. Studio, what are you up to? What's going on? What's happened?
We just missed an epic car on the wheel spin.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Something to look forward to.
Yes, absolutely. Well, if anybody wants to see a really great reaction to somebody actually getting that car, you should go and look at Twitch streamer Ashbra. He's probably watching right now. Amazing reaction in his videos. We saw that yesterday. It was like one of the highlights of my day. So shout out Ash. I don't know if you're in the chat right now, but it was amazing. Also, I think I'm going to volunteer Luis to do this dirt race.
Love it. Go on, Luis.
Go for it.
Nice controller.
Another go on the controller. You getting your practice in?
Do I? Oh. New car.
Which is the race that we're going to, by the way?
The Mulehe Town Scramble.
Lovely. Okay, is there a reason why we went for that one?
It's, again, I think it's one of the first dirt races that you unlock. So folks who haven't had a chance to pick up the game yet, this is kind of what you can look forward to welcoming you into dirt in Forza Horizon 5. I also just, again, I really like the town of Mule ever since I found out about that poem that's on the arches. So really, really fun place.
I'm definitely going to have to go check out that poem myself. I never realised it was there, but it could be because I'm going past it so flipping quickly. So I have to slow down next time and take in some of those little tiny details you've hidden everywhere.
Yeah, it's fun trivia.
I expected you, when you were going cross country, to just weave and carve your way down the roads, but no, you're
no, just go for it.
Trees be damned.
All important car selection. Very nice. Any reason why we went for that one?
Looks pretty.
Looks pretty.
We have the same reasonings when we pick cars. I love that. Big fan of it. Just looks nice. Right, well, I'm going to hand it over to you three. Take us away. This is your final race on your part of the stream, so I want big energy, big vibes, and I want to win, Luis. Okay, take it away.
No pressure, huh?
No pressure. Hey, you're racing against me again.
All.
And Race Boy, that's
and Race Boy,
nice.
Yeah, Race Boy.
That's. Do you need me to race?
Sure.
Do it. Here, I'll hold. Yes.
Come on.
Go.
See if I can catch up. I'm going to do something though. Oh,
it's serious now.
Yeah.
It's really serious now.
If I'm going to really race, and now I'm going to make myself look bad probably, but when I really want to race, I got to go hood view.
That's awesome.
I got to go hood view. And manual, but this is not manual. Okay.
Oh, you usually do manual?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't do clutch.
Not quite there
I don't
yet.
do clutch. I'm not that hardcore.
Manual with a controller?
Yeah, right? That's pretty sick. Yeah.
That is
Respect.
It's just like when you're going into corners like this, being able to just grab a lower gear and just. Okay, I'm catching it.
Look at the reflections. Somebody in chat mentioned.
I can't look at the reflections.
It looks so good though.
I look at the reflections. This is the problem in developing the game, actually. It's like, oh, look at that. And it's like, all the cars are flying by you.
Yep. Hey, you're catching up pretty good. Got 2 laps left.
I'll get him.
Luis, do you think he's going to make it? He's bringing it.
Off, right?
Yeah, look at that.
That's why he's the boss, right?
That's why he's the big boss. Big boss.
I always thought that was just because I'm big.
Here we go.
Rubbin's racing. Where are you, Aubrey? I need to...
I'm up. You haven't gotten to me yet. I believe in you, though. You're going to get to me.
I will hit you. I think that was Race Boy I put into the wall, so that felt good. Oh, come on.
It's cool. We got 1 more lap after this.
Well, you don't like the challenge I did for you?
This is good.
It was a little tough. It was a little tough.
Look at this.
I'm taking... too much of an inside line. Dang. That was bad. I need rewind.
Yeah, I think we have it on.
Oh, I thought we were online.
No, we got rewind on.
Yeah, but what's the fun with rewind?
I use rewind all the time. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, me too.
Do you guys in chat use rewind when you play single player?
I use it constantly.
Constantly.
Good.
Yeah.
If the feature's there, I'm going to use it.
Now there is the online etiquette, and then there is the race against the AI etiquette.
Oh yeah, totally.
And
it's different.
AIs are meant to help you get around the corner.
Yep.
Sometimes
100%.
meant to help you slow
Help
down.
you brake.
Soften the
Right
blow on the
now, I'm a
corners. You
little
can
too
use them
far
to hit.
Okay, I'm not gonna do it. I'm
Sorry,
not.
Alan. Sorry.
I'm trying.
I think this is a super
trying.
respectable catch up.
Yes.
No.
This is way better than I would have been able to do, especially on a dirt race. It's my weakness.
Coming
Oh,
in,
look at
coming
this.
inside.
Look at this. Oh, there I am.
Whoa.
There I am. Come on, Ellen.
Oh, got that guy out of the
Look at
way.
me.
Coming for you. Coming for you.
We're even in the same. Oh, come on. Beat me.
A race right to the very end seconds. What fantastic live content this is. Aubrey, Louise,
Okay.
Alan, thank you so much for the tour,
Thank
for the
you.
races. And congrats again on the launch. Is there anyone that you want to thank across the team for the phenomenal achievement that is Forza Horizon 5 launching?
Oh, well, everyone at Playground, everyone that had a part in it here at Turn 10, and honestly, across Xbox as a whole. I mean, it doesn't take a village to ship a game like this. It takes a metropolis, I think. Hundreds and hundreds of people involved. So, and thank you for your support. You've been doing a fantastic job. Big fan. And yeah, it's thank you all. Thank you all. I just have to pause a second and just say what Playground had to go through over the last 18 months. It's just incredible. It literally chokes me up. The spirit they brought to it, the perseverance, they've done something this year that few teams in the industry could do, keeping that game on schedule, delivering it, and delivering a gem. So to them.
Absolutely. Thank you, Playground. Thank you so much. Well, thanks again, everyone, for joining me to start off the stream. We are going to swap these wonderful people out for some more wonderful people. So we'll be returning to the sofa very soon. But while we do, I want to welcome all of the new people in chat who have joined us over the past hour. Hello. I hope you are very, very well. If you're new to the channel, be sure to stay and say hello to me in chat and stick around because we've got 2 more hours of gameplay, of giveaways, and of guests coming away, including a couple special musical artists. We've already had Sotomayor on already, but yes, there is more to come as we continue to celebrate the arrival of Forza Horizon 5 landing in Mexico, which is available right now as part of early access if you've pre-ordered the premium add-on bundles for Xbox Game Pass, or you can wait with everyone else until November 9th and download it for free as part of your Xbox Game Pass subscription. And speaking of giveaways, if you do want to get involved with them, all you have to do is be in the Forza Twitch chat and you're automatically entered. We are drawing every 15 minutes. So far, we've given away swag, we've given away Game Pass, we've given away a Forza Horizon 5 controller and a premium edition of the game as well. So loads more chances coming up, and there is a grand prize bundle right at the end for one very, very lucky winner. So while we're waiting for our next guest to turn up, I'm going to look to you, chat. How are you doing? I hope you are all fantastic. I hope I'm not the only person who got a little bit emotional with what Alan was saying at the end there. It has truly been phenomenal to talk to you all and hang out with you all and Playground and Turn 10 over the past 5 months, learning more and more about the game. And I had my first chance to dive in yesterday, so it's lovely to see you. Grumble is preloading as you speak. Very nice, Grumble. Chi is feeling really, really good. Rosa says it looks absolutely incredible. Wicked Nexus says the game is so good. I want you guys to tell me what your favorite thing is that you've seen so far, though. Okay, what's your favorite thing that you've seen? I think for me, there was a really emotional moment when I played it last night, and I waited for it to launch in the UK, so midnight in the UK this morning, actually. And I waited for some of my friends to get through the initial drive and the prologue themselves. And it was the moment where we were able to join up in a convoy and take a picture together. And suddenly all the people who I was playing Forza Horizon 4 with were suddenly with me in Forza Horizon 5. And it just feels So good for everyone to be together and playing, and so many people here. I mean, there's one there. Jesse just loves the big bridge. I see so many people. Crispy mentioning the volcano. Absolutely, the volcano is phenomenal. Misael says that as well. Woogie says the game has blown your mind. I completely and utterly agree. I know I've had the pleasure of sitting and talking to Playground and folks about it for the past few months, but there really is nothing like playing it for the first time, you know? And I hope many of you are going to have that. If you haven't had the chance to play it yet, November 9th isn't that far away. I promise you, we're so close. You just need to survive the weekend, and then you can come join us all in Mexico. We're going to put the kettle on. It's going to be absolutely wonderful. I don't know. Kettle? That might be Forza Horizon 4, but never mind. Real Rico says they love the highway. Lovely. The highway is brilliant. It's the longest one they've had in the game so far. It goes all the way east to west in the map. Very good. I went down it yesterday in a Trail Cat, which is my favorite car, and I was in a tune and I managed to get it up to like 230 miles per hour, which was pretty ridiculous, but I loved it. Go Gadget loves the cars and the shine, especially on what we're seeing right here. That looks incredible. Langson loves the desert and the storms. Yes, you do see the sandstorm pretty near the beginning. Actually, you have to do a race, and one of the stories you can choose, you can go through the sandstorm, and that is a sort of phenomenal experience to sit through as well. It's so good. Oh, it's amazing. I'm just seeing chat. Honestly, I don't even know who to pull out. You're also bleeding positive. Oh, lovely. Chat, I could read you forever, but it is now time to go back to Mexico, to go back to the sofa and back to turn 10, where we are joined by our next guest. So let's see who we've got waiting for, shall we? Hello, everyone in the room. Here we have Maddie, a game producer, and Madden, a live ops producer. Not confusing whatsoever. We'll see how this hour goes. How are you both?
Doing great. Really happy to be here. Really excited about our game launch. Yeah.
I'm as Alan said, sleep deprived. I think our I was up at 12 for the game reviews, at 3 for the initial pre-launch or early access launch. Yeah, it's been crazy. We stayed the night at work. We had like a slumber party. We had a command center where we were all in there.
Are we still in the
onesies?
Are on?
We got my unicorn pinata onesie. It's got a tail in the back too. We had a whole group out there, and they were killing it. I have just, so much love for that team. They did such a great job. We were online with the PG folks, just making sure everything rolled out smoothly.
Yeah.
And that everyone was able to get into the game and play it on time. So I'm so proud of everyone. It's been a blast. I'm still riding that like energy. I think that's the only reason I'm conscious right now, is just pure hype for this game. So
incredible. Now I want to talk to you more about what this past week's like, but I think we should kick things off straight away with a showcase event, and for that, chat, I'm going to come to you once more. You're in charge today, very much so. There's going to be a poll coming up on Twitch, and I want you to say which showcase you want to see. Is it going to be against a plane? Is it going to be against a train? Or is it going to be against jet skis? Is that correct? Jet skis? I've not seen that yet. I have not seen jet skis. That's very exciting. Well, chat, it's up to you to decide what we want to do. Yeah, guys, what's it been like the past week? Obviously, I know you say we've got to the point, it's out. You've had all of the slumber parties and whatnot, but surely the build up to this announcement must have been equally as exciting.
Yeah, it was insane. I mean, well, for one, you and the team have been doing such a fantastic job with the Let's Go stream, so I think that was really building a lot of energy. And folks were super excited about the game, and from there, the hype never really died down since E3. It's been this continuous build up of excitement for the game. And yeah, over the past week, we were really just I want to say, again, shout out to Playground. We my boss and I were in meetings every morning for almost about 3 hours for the past month and a half, 2 months to go through bugs, right, and make sure everything was looking good for launch. And they put in that's our morning, right? So that's really late for Playground and in their day. They're up at night, and we were all in there just every day trying to make the game as great of an experience as possible at launch, and make sure we're getting all the fixes in there and all the adjustments and adjusting the difficulty of AI and doing all the races and stuff. So yeah, there's just so much love that went into the game and is going to continue to be in the game. That's what's great now about it's no longer just a disc that you get printed, you go to the store, you buy your disc, and it's done, right? Like it's a live game, and so we're going to continue to be listening to the community and working on stuff to share with everyone. So yeah, it's I can't even explain. Like
we're wired.
I should not be awake right now, but I am just I'm so
it.
excited.
This energy is infectious, and with that, they want us to go and do the jet ski showcase. So I'm
the
very
people
much
have spoken.
The people have very much spoken in their droves as well. I think it was like 70% said jet skis.
Yeah. Okay, let's do that. 3.
Wait, what was that?
You go off shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
No, this is actually perfect because I can talk about this race. Because I saw this one from early on in development. Like when I first played this race, all of the people on top of the jet skis were just like T-posing. It was really intimidating, and there were no special effects. They'd actually just written the words of like splash or like crash through barrier, and they were like big floating words at like all the different cinematic points. So this is actually great for me because I get to see the final, like everything coming together, the final product. Yeah, it was super intimidating. Like you'd be going through on your car and they'd just be like T-posing above you like menacingly the whole time.
I'd love to see that version. If they want to pop it in the festival playlist sometime, I would happily play that version.
I've been telling people that we need to catalog all of our bugs or like just early access screenshots and put them in the game somewhere for people to find as like an Easter egg.
But I find that interesting about game dev anyway, because people, a game doesn't just come alive and it's there. There's so many different things. We learned yesterday, or at least I learned, I was speaking to Letha on the launch stream yesterday on Playground about whiteboxing and how there are all these elements in the game that just need to be filled in. And I would love the devs to share insight on that because I bet some of them are hilarious.
They really are, and I think it builds the empathy too with the community, right? Of like the understanding of how long it takes. I mean, it takes years to build these games. It takes years to get cars licensed and built and put in, and so I think it builds that empathy of like if players understand how long it takes to do things or how much work goes into it. It's easier to make requests and then like understand how that request process works for things like adding cars. But yeah, and it's absolutely hilarious. We had some points in time where like. The characters, we had this one like Slenderman character. Like all the other characters looked perfect. Like the other character models looked great, and then there was this one guy that if you chose him in character selection, his skin was like you have the skeleton in the body, right? And the skeleton is nodes, right, along a spine that the arms and legs attach to. And so this guy had no flesh. It was just like the spine and then like everything stuck to it. So he was like literally a toothpick, like stick thin and like long arms with claws.
Oh my.
It was terrifying. And then just like eyeballs coming out of the top. And I picked him every time. Like every time I would reset and do play testing, it was a go-to. Like I had to pick this guy. And I took screenshots. So they're floating around somewhere of this.
They're out there somewhere.
Terrifying man.
Available to the highest bidder. No, that's not true.
Exactly. And there was a point too where like along with the T-posing, right? There's a point in development where we had this bug where all of the NPC drivers and I think the player driver as well would stand in their car while they drove. So the cars would be driving around and you would see them out of the top T-posing on top of their vehicle as they drove around the map. It was fantastic.
Oh, look at that. I love that slow motion.
These are all like awesome points because like I think at one point that people don't really conceptualize a lot of times that there's so much work that comes in for these games to happen. And I guess as producers, you kind of track multiple tracks coming to like this one finished project at the end of the day. So like Maddie was saying T poses, Like, you know, a few months before launch, we were seeing a bunch of stuff on our back-end services. There was a whole bunch of work that was like in progress. We promised guys it's going to come together at the end. So it's kind of like a madhouse of everyone kind of piecing together a puzzle from different angles. And then,
I want to
like,
give a shout out to the services team because I feel like some of the teams get shown on stream sometimes, right? You get designers that come on and producers and developers. Services team is like, their team is fantastic. They are like the superheroes. They like every time something goes wrong, they're on it immediately, fixing stuff, making sure multiplayer is working, fixing like everything in the game.